listen up lunch or like.
Well, I guess you could just take off whenever the hell you feel like it. Is that what's happening here?
I turned 40 that Thursday.
He only turns 40 once, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll probably be working.
You'll probably be working. Anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of the Chop Sports Daily, coming to you live from the Flippin' Made Easy studio right here in Mattawa, New Jersey. It is Sturch, it is Gooch, it is Wrestling Rob. We're chopping it up from the Cabinet Creations, Custom Creations Cabinet. Oh, damn it,
And
son of a
gone.
bitch. Oh my God.
Wait, is it
Cabinet
gone, though?
Creations Sports Desk.
It is gone.
Is it, John?
Is
Is
it
it
John?
John?
No,
Is it
Johnny
gone?
caught the ball, John.
Oh boy, we'll get into that in a second because it's just god awful. But
Can't
it is
believe
Sturch
it.
Gooch and Rob, of course, joining you here on what's today? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. What is it? May the 3rd be with you. That's tomorrow, May the 4th, right? All those nerds,
garbage,
nerds,
stupidest
all
thing
you
ever.
guys are nerds. For
Bro,
those of you,
Michael K ruined that forever. Not that I was ever on that train. I never was. Star Wars, but
Wow, what do you do?
Michael K must have said that 4,000 times the other day on the broadcast. Just May the 4th, because the Yankees must have a game that day.
and they're giving away a Baby Yoda bobblehead day.
Right. While we're on Yankees announcers, I know we have a lot to get into, but could we get rid of Carlos Beltran?
Him too. Well, look, I'm not gonna fault. I said that the other day, dude.
Oh, we did talk about that.
Yeah,
the other
we
day.
still.
Was I here?
I don't know. Maybe you were here, but you weren't here.
It might have been the day that I wasn't here.
Possibly. Did I say something about
We
Beltran?
were talking about
Okay,
it.
so maybe that was it. But and I'm not going to fault anybody for not being able to speak proper English because you're from Puerto Rico or you're from wherever, the
Or
hell,
Washington
Germany.
Heights.
Who cares? Huh?
Washington Heights.
Or Washington Heights, New Jersey. So obviously, yeah, he's no good because you really can't understand anything that he says. But last night, before we get into all that, it's crazy. We're going to get into it. Patreon.com. That is the way to support Shop Sports. You watch the show day in and day out. You want to support the show day in and day out. Pretty sure your card just got banged today if you're a Patreon member. We thank you for your continued support. It helps us grow as a company. It's keeping the lights on. It's got all the perks, and obviously we got the barbecue coming up next month. We got Yankee games coming up. So there's a lot of stuff going on. If you are a Patreon member, you will get access to all that stuff first and before anybody else. So do that, patreon.com/Chop Sports. If you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor, like the video. And this is to all the older folk, like, I don't know, i.e. my father. Dad, you keep liking my Facebook status. I need you to go on YouTube. There's a link in the YouTube. It says watch and support here with a little blue. You're going to click that. I'm walking you through this. And then you're going to hit it and you're going to hit like. The little thumb up, you're going to go boop and you're going to like it. And that helps us grow because it will pop up in the search bars and all that good shit. And we will get noticed a little faster. Also, I want you people to share this. I don't know how many people shared yesterday. The average number watched yesterday, and then, the number climbed throughout the day. I do appreciate people that really catch up. I don't know if if you're not watching live
I got
you
a
catch
few,
up, that's great.
I get a few messages throughout the day sometimes, and it'll be information that I was desperately seeking in real time on the show, and it'll be like 17 hours later. I think it was Bailey that did it yesterday, talking about Taylor Ward. Right. And then I got one for this morning from Nick Shine saying Bryce Hall's a Jets corner. So like we were talking about
they comment later on,
letting us know what's
just text
actually,
us. Actually, no,
what's
that actually helps
going
us.
on in the world.
That helps us if you actually
show. I have no clue.
None, zero. So anyway, YouTube, please do that. Share the video. Helps us a lot. Patreon.com/Chop Sports. Dat Chat eclipsing around 450 members. It's been active. I actually went in there today to drop our link to the live show or whatever. And a lot of people are in there conversating about the Derby coming up. Do you care about the Kentucky Derby? Listen, it's sport. You can gamble on it. No? Yes?
You can gamble on it, but I have no idea. Like
I'm not Mike Francesa. I'm not about to.
If Kyle starts,
maybe
I'll tell Kyle, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the East Coast.
I am so glad you're alive, dude.
Bro, Kyle yesterday,
I had no hope that
on
he'd be
the
alive.
heels of a 4-day Vegas bender.
Literally.
We'll call it a bender because I have
it's
no
absolutely
idea
a bender.
what he was doing when he was out there, but I would imagine Vegas equals bender. But he came back and he participated in a charity golf tournament all day yesterday. So Kyle,
shout out to
you,
Kyle, man. Good stuff.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
I've consumed enough alcohol in the last 4 days to put a herd of wild stallions in a coma. So congratulations for doing that and staying and you're upright. So maybe you're not.
But
Maybe
no,
you're laying in bed with it.
The ultimate answer to original question was, no, I do not care about the Derby.
Okay, well, you know who does care about the Derby? My dad. Why does my dad care about the Derby? Because his company, where he's worked for the last 35, 40 years, or whatever it's been. I worked there for a little while as the assistant warehouse manager to nobody. I had nobody under me. It was just like a title I gave myself. My dad was my boss for a little while, but I used to work there, and his company actually sells the material to make those floppy, big-ass hats you see at the Derby. Like, so he's got like hat material. So he's been, listen, this company's been with like movie sets, like movies will call him up, like, yo, send us some hats.
For like old stuff.
Yeah, like Westerns
so he's
and
like
shit.
George Costanza. He's like an
Where is
importer,
this place?
exporter.
Yes, is import export.
It's not latex, right?
It's just hats
And
or
like,
hat material.
I got on the Seinfeld kick because you gave yourself the assistant to the warehouse manager. So you're like the assistant to the traveler secretary. You basically are Costanza.
You're getting a raise. See, I knew some.
You're the jerk store called. This is a different episode. Right? We're just running wild with Seinfeld references.
Kyle coming in. Kentucky Derby is cool. Personally, I have no idea how to. I always get caught off by the camera.
Pick the winner.
Pick the winner.
But
I heard it's wild. Listen, every time I've ever gone to like the Meadowlands or the Monmouth, like it's been fun. Like,
I would say the best thing about the Derby is if wherever you're at that day, you put 16 numbers in a hat and you do just a raffle and pick a number. Whoever fucking picks the.
I always put $2
Yeah,
on the.
just like everyone
work?
throw $10 in. It's I
always put $2 on the long
someone's
shot.
making 120 today extra.
Yeah,
that's how we're gonna work.
it's
this
true.
out.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've never even thought to do that.
My first baby shower was at Monmouth Racetrack.
First,
We've been trying
First
to
of
look
many.
into setting up an event at Monmouth Racetrack, but bro,
BYOB, I think.
it's not anymore.
Oh,
It's not BYOB. You can no longer bring your own food. You have to like order through a server. It's very expensive. In other words, you have to be rich. You have
so
to be rich to do the Monmouth Racetrack picnic nowadays.
I don't know who Dave Schrut is, but Ken Paulman's coming in. So maybe that's the jockey that he thinks might win.
Dave Schrute. It's like
Oh,
Dwight
Schrute.
Schrute from The Office. You're Dave Schrute.
Oh,
You get it?
Got it.
So yes, it is. Dave, Ken, you're not wrong. Dave
Assistant to
does give
assistant
me
manager.
beat farmer vibes.
Oh yeah. So yeah, my dad's been there forever. Hopefully he retires this year. But then like my dad's the kind of guy that once he retires, he's gonna be completely lost. Like he needs to be doing something. Dad, go open up the hot dog truck. I'll run it. I'm telling you, he's wanted to do a hot dog or a coffee stand for like ever.
Bro,
like
me and
just
your father
do it.
should have a
a
conversation.
coffee stand?
Bro, you know how I have these ideas? I actually have a full menu. I have blueprints laid out for basically like a food truck kind of deal.
I'm telling you, that's
was
the
like
way of the
prior
world now.
to the pandemic.
You ever
like,
see
the pandemic hit, and I was like, "What am I going to do with my
the
time
empanada
and
guy?
my money?" Yeah,
Yeah, he's
no.
killing it. He's killing it out there. He puts his fucking store, his mobile
But
store
look, that
in
shit's-
front of a building, and all of a sudden
You
people
need
are out
like
there.
permits.
that shit is. You don't
Go through the process.
There's
We
a few
did.
hoops- there's a
You
few
know?
hoops to there's a few hoops to jump through, but it's a lot of work, bro. Like just thinking that you could just go sell hot dogs. No, that's not.
Listen, I believe it's work. Anyway, tonight, ladies and gents, it is the greatest time in the year if you are a hockey fan. Last night it started. The NHL playoffs started. Tonight it goes down. The quest for the cup, the first cup since 1994. The New York Rangers are set to take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Tonight, game one going down 7:00. I'm jazzed up about it. I already got a text from Sean this morning saying, let's fucking go. LFG, by the way. See, I'm telling you, just let me do my thing. I want that shirt.
You know what's cool though? It's like 1994, right? That's probably like when you really got hooked to
Me,
hockey, right?
personally?
Well, and the Rangers won the cup, right?
I would say I was hooked. I listen. I'm friends with my buddy Jimmy, Sherry, like all these people that I grew up with, the LaPointe family, right? I grew up with them, and they were massive Ranger fans, and that's how I kind of hooked on around like 92, 93. So like when 94 hit, I was 9 years old, and I was jazzed up, dude. I was pumped. I'm like, dude, you don't understand.
For real.
Between the Yankees, even the Yankees in 96, but 94 was a fun time, man. The
I
Rangers,
remember
the
it.
Knicks, they got a
Yeah.
fucking E60 about this.
It's true.
You know,
I
it's
remember
the
it like
spring
it
of
was
94.
yesterday.
And then I think OJ also
couldn't
was
tell you
running
how,
around
like,
too.
Even then, I just didn't like hockey. It's crazy. I've
Really?
given hockey like 25 chances in my life.
Well,
I
next
just
week you
can't
better
do
like it. Next Saturday, the First Responders Cup.
Yeah, that's
Do
fine.
you remember when
All
hockey
well
was
and
on
good.
like Fox on Saturdays? Like
yeah,
1
when they
o'clock?
decided to add that red laser
Yeah,
to the
but,
slap
that
shots, I was like,
great. Like it
I'm
was a
playing a
big
video
thing
game here.
back
Did
then.
anybody see the fight last night?
No.
There was like an all-out war between.
Well, that's what you're there
Tampa Bay
for.
Lightning and then whoever they played.
They lost, right?
wow.
I
Tampa
have
Bay.
no idea, but they didn't lose the fight.
That's what matters.
I actually don't know if they won the fight either. It just was a bunch of grabbing, but it was playoff hockey, and that's what I come to see.
Playoff hockey is some of the most
I saw it
exciting.
on, like,
oh,
John
Scoop,
Boy
don't
or
you do it, bro. Don't you put your penguin emojis all over this fucking screen. I'll kill you. Yeah, so that goes down tonight. I'm pumped about that. Let's go. Let's get ourselves a cup. Tomorrow night, I do want to put a little bit of a programming note for us. I think Rob's going to join us. It's myself and Gooch are going to go down to Woodbridge High School to get on the mics or mic or whatever the case may be over there. Because every time I did a wrestling match over there, they only had one mic, but I'm sure they have two. Anyway, it is the Woodbridge High School staff taking on the Woodbridge Police Department in a charity basketball game. Chop Sports will be in the house for that. I'm excited about that. I also
earned my PBA card that I received for not showing up to the last one.
Yeah. I mean, that last one was a lot of fun, though. Because, I mean, there was kids. It was just, what was it? Island Middle School. That was a lot of fun. But I think Woodbridge High School is going to draw bigger. They got bigger stands. I think it's going to be a nice atmosphere. It's going to be fun. We'll get some film and some footage on that. Also, yesterday, you want to feel old? You were mentioning turning 40.
Can't wait.
In a couple
Let me
weeks.
hear it.
I got an invite. My personal Facebook, my personal Instagram is private, so you got to like request me. So I got a request yesterday from WHS 2003.
All right, Dave.
And I'm like,
so you want to feel old?
20 years out of high
You
school,
want to feel
bro?
old? Ignored those emails 3 years ago. So thanks.
20 years it's been since I was in high school. And look, for all you teachers who said to me that one day you're going to be talking sports for a living, you were right. So there you go.
I had a reunion, like my 25-year high school reunion with my ISS teacher at McDonough's Pub the other day for the NFL draft.
When you told me about the whole, like what you would do on the regular, like I don't know how you got a fucking diploma.
These get degrees, baby. No, I just went there, did as little as possible. I stayed eligible for sports, but I really, really wasn't the best student. Not because I wasn't smart. I just didn't give a fuck. I really didn't.
That's how I did. Like after football season,
I'm surrounded by losers.
No, I was one of those guys where the teachers liked me. You know, Ken took a liking to me. He's in Chop Sports 25 years later, and he's, you know, I bought him a beer finally for giving me the hall pass.
Oh my God, I never bought him a beer. Sorry, bro.
ISS was the best because I had practice after school all the time. So I would skip detention on purpose because I know that I can't go to detention because I know I would miss practice. But then I would get ISS. You skip 3 detentions, you would get a day of in-school suspension.
The dumbest thing of all time.
Once I figured that out, I was like, I don't have to go to class anymore. And I get to sit with like my coach or my substitute gym teacher for the entire day. Sign me up. Fantasy
Wasn't Jimmy
stat.
Palumbo a substitute teacher for a little while?
At one point, but not when I was there. No.
You can go find Jimmy Palumbo's newest podcast. That's available right now on the Chop Sports Podcast Network. Check that out. That dropped today. Yeah, so that was my little spiel about 20 years.
Probably so mad because it was.
Is this the first they're hearing the fact that you were a terrible student?
But my mother did everything under the sun to try and keep me in line at that time, and now she's probably looking at this as a direct reflection of her parenting.
No. Now she's looking at you.
My mother is a legend.
She's looking at you now and saying, "How can I keep my 40-year-old son in line?"
Yeah,
she's still. That shit never stops, man. Never stops. The parents are always taking care of you, no matter what. Anyway, let's get into the MLB, shall we? Because last night, we'll just pretty much go around the MLB because there's a lot going on.
It was Mr. Martin.
What?
Another whole nother story, but I'll talk to you about this after the show.
All right. So anyway,
terrible.
The Yankees. We got to start with the Yankees. Winners of 10 straight games as of last night. We thought it was all was lost, and we're wondering to ourselves, like, can they beat divisional opponents when these times get tough and the opponents get tough? It's not beating up on Kansas City anymore. It's not beating up on Baltimore. This Blue Jays team is stacked to the gills, and they got a lot of good players over there. Half the Legends' sons are all over there. Guerrero, Bichette, like Biggio was there for a minute.
Still there.
Just sucks, right? They can't all be winners. Judge hits another few. Did he go yard again last night? I thought he did. But you know who didn't go yard? Whoever hit that ball where Stanton took it down.
Oh, my goodness.
Jesus Christ. Look, I know we beat this over the head, right? And we say that like guys like John Sterling need to just kind of call it quits. I don't have the video. I should have brought up the video, but I didn't.
We can't put up the video.
We can't put up the video because YouTube will flag us. But anyway, last night, a deep shot to right field is hit. Stanton goes up, snags it. Great catch. Didn't even think he had a jump. You know, it was one of those ones that I don't think was even going out, right? It wasn't.
No.
wasn't going out. So he just jumps anyway. Style points, great catch. Leave it up to John Sterling to literally call it a home run. It is high, it is far, it is gone. It's gone.
Didn't just call it a home run. It was like they were ready to go to the next batter. It was insane how long it went on. It was like you heard Susan Waldman say twice, like, no.
Yeah,
nope,
Susan Waldman trying to save the day. And let me tell you something. There's nobody who's more I don't like Susan Waldman either, but like she tried to save this one. But even it was too late.
She's had enough.
She's had enough. If you heard the tone of her voice last night, was like, why? Like, why are they why are they just standing around? And then she's like, cause the ball was caught, John.
Because he caught it, John.
Because they caught it, John. And it's like, oh, he didn't even throw the ball in.
Why didn't they throw it in?
That was
As
the
they
first
show a
thing.
replay of him throwing it in immediately after catching it. Sheesh.
Oh, he caught the ball, John. It was embarrassing. And I said to Janine last night of Absolute Eyewear, mentioned Chop Sports at Absolute Eyewear, get $100 off, by the way. I'm talking to you, Gooch, Mr. Squints over here.
Fuck you. You need fucking glasses too. Fucking.
But I use glasses when I need them. You don't have them.
I have them.
You just don't use them at all.
I can't use them on the show because they're not good ones, and I look like Tommy on the MMA show, and I can't have like the two.
Or last
ring
night
lights.
he's like, "Does it look okay?" I'm like, "I don't know.
I look
Everything
like
else
I'm in
doesn't
the
look all right."
X-Men.
But
So
might as
no,
well go
I
with
can't
that.
use the glasses on the show, and I've never put in a pair of contacts in my life.
Scary stuff. To me, it's scary. I mean, you're
So do
like
you have
right next to your
anybody-
own eyeball.
They
It's like,
have anybody over there that could teach me how to put in?
I'm sure
contacts?
Janine.
I'm sure Ashley could show me, but
It's a terrifying thing. But anyway, so I brought it up to her. I said, there's nobody within the organization that's going to say, like, hey, John, I think it's time, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you've been amazing,
does he
a
have a
cornerstone.
child? Does he have a nephew? Does he have
a
somebody
wife?
in
Does he
his
have
life?
somebody?
Who's driving this man to the ballpark on a daily basis? Like, who's helping him get ready in the morning?
He probably
Because
has a
he's-
car.
Yeah, but my point being is that when you're this old now, if he,
Johnny said Sterling should go into Absolute Iowa.
yeah,
I don't know if it might be half sight, half just gone. You know, like he's
I mean,
not all there. He's not all there.
it's
Like,
time.
It's a boring listen. It's a boring listen. He brings up these nuggets that nobody
I
cares
can't
about.
listen to the Yankees on any platform. None of them,
Unless Ruco's
there.
doing
But
it,
even
right.
he's starting to bother me. I can't help it. I
What?
don't know. I just don't. I don't know why. I don't know why.
You know who's a great broadcast? The Mets.
Yeah.
The Mets are a great.
I'm tired
I
of
can
saying
listen
it.
to
I've
those
been
guys
saying it
talk
for 5 years.
all day. All day. What?
John Starnes 83.
Yeah, bro. It's time. It is time. It is high. It is far. He is gone.
Guess his
Get out of here,
July 4th, 1938 is his birthday.
bro. He was there for Ruth.
Bro, he was alive in the Great Depression. No, he wasn't. But
Like
sure?
it's got to go.
World War II.
Oh, just as a sidebar, Yankees brought their whole roster. Just goes to show you that they're all vaccinated, by the way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
That was news the other day. You know
Yeah.
who didn't get to bring their whole roster to Philly?
Who?
The Mets.
why is that?
Because they booted Robbie and Buck Showalter got suspended.
They're making headlines again as we continue on with the MLB talk. The New York Mets are in the headlines, and it's not necessarily good. They dropped one last night to the Braves. They're human, right? It's going to happen. I had a pitcher's duel in fantasy, by the way. Both of those guys, Max Fried and Bassett, were pitching last night. Both of them pitched very well. Bassett getting the loss, however. Whatchamacallit? So they drop it to the Braves. They're human. Great game overall. Like I'm not writing the Mets off by any stretch. But what I am doing is criticizing their move to move on from Robinson Cano. The reason why I criticize this, well, here's the thing. Bro, he's owed another $30+ million. That's going to be rated to how much?
48.
He's owed $48 million. All right. How can you be so egotistical to be like, it's just $48 million. Let's get rid of him.
Well,
Leave him on the bench.
Here's the thing, because
Send him down to the minors.
you're paying him $48 million anyway, but
Well, I guess they
there's,
kind of did.
there's valuable at bats out there for guys that they're trying to bring up. There's some guys that have more talent that could do more
I
than
know.
Cano can at this point. And it's best to just get rid of the situation, I think, than have that looming the entire time. Like we have this $48 million bench player that we feel obligated to play. Buck Showalter's like, fuck this guy. He doesn't run out ground balls when he was young. What's he going to do
I
now?
don't think that was Buck's decision.
I think Steve Cohen, it's a new regime, and Steve Cohen's like, listen, if we don't need him, it's a new regime. Get him out of here. $48 million.
My question to
is
you,
nothing to me.
and he's about to clear, after that $48 million, he's going to clear $300 million career earnings, right? Is it, if you're Robinson Cano, are you trying to latch on with another team, or you just like, you know what?
No, if I'm
It's unceremonious. Obviously.
if he takes steroids, he could come back to the Yankees. If he doesn't, then I don't know what he's going to do. If the Mets don't want you, there is some teams out there that might kick the tires on Cano, but it's not like he has some history like a Pujols going home to St. Louis or.
Well, take him?
No, not unless he takes steroids. That would be my stipulation. I'd be like, Cano, you
Well,
have to take steroids.
I'm gonna call it right now. In the batting lineup, because you know he can't play the field. Would you take a 40-year-old Robinson Cano?
No.
Or Gallo?
Gallo.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because Gallo is at least playing Gold Glove caliber left field, so he's giving you that. And
But that's why I said it, only batting. Is what
they
I'm saying.
both can hit, but Gallo will eventually find his stroke, and he's one of those streaky hitters where he'll hit 10 home runs in 2 weeks. Then you might not get anything out of him. So I'll wait on Gallo. I still am going to hold faith on Gallo because there was one guy out there that does know what he's talking about. That when we were at the Knicks Sixers game, one name was dropped to me by a James Rue, who is one of these,
historians.
He's a titan when it comes to DFS and fantasy sports. So Joey Gallo was a name that he used as a potential. He said home run king in the AL. I know he's about 10 behind on some certain guys.
Wait,
but Joey
that?
Gallo could hit 40 home runs still easily this year. It's
No.
still only May.
They keep him
3rd.
for his bat. Cano sucked. Cano is the first contract the Mets ever, i.e. with the Yankees, have done for decades. Cano has sucked. Yeah, so finally they have the money. They have a guy like Steve Cohen who can say almost write it off. It's just fucking
Cano was,
40
it was a
million.
bad deal from the gate when they traded for Cano. At least Edwin Diaz is panning out now.
That's what I'm saying. They would have never had Diaz.
They
if
took
this
on
didn't
that
happen.
contract to get Edwin Diaz. Edwin Diaz didn't pan out at all for 2 years, and now this is finally starting to come to fruition.
You know what's crazy though? As we talk about Cano, we forget. We don't forget, but we kind of forget that he was a Mariner. You know what I'm saying? You think about him as a Yankee.
That's very true.
Then you think about him. Yes, he signed the big deal. He was with Jay-Z, and remember he had to get the big money. He gets the big money. He's forgotten about in Seattle. Gets popped for juice again, and then he goes
basically
to the Mets, and then he becomes somewhat relevant.
Right now, we'd be at the tail end of the situation that Yankee Nation was kind of split down the middle on what we should have done with Cano. When he signed that big contract, everyone was like, "How could we let our guy go?" If we didn't let him go and we signed him to them, we wouldn't have Garrett Cole. I mean, that could be a good thing. But right now, we would be the one having Cano with $48 million left on the hook. So dodge the bullet with that one. The Mets are being smart by getting rid of him, I think.
All right.
The Mets got doubleheader today with the Braves, and online it says right now tickets are low as $4.
Yeah,
it's possible.
The early game.
Those
Also,
early games are always
Buck
cheap.
Showalter being suspended. I wanted to talk about that a little
But
bit.
can we talk about real quick right before Buck? Maybe he'll sign with the A's because the A's had 2,000 people at their game. 2,000, bro.
That's crazy.
So nobody's going
minor
to
league
nobody's.
team?
I'm going to explain it. Nobody's going to Oakland to watch Robinson Cano. It's not like he was born in the Bay
nobody's
Area.
going at all.
So Scoop, shitty take. Also, apparently, what's going on in Oakland right now is there's a boycott of the A's games. So it has nothing to do with the fact that nobody wants to go there because the ownership won't give them a new stadium. They're keep on doing this Moneyball thing. The A's are on a fire sale again. They traded away their entire
all their
pitching
pitching,
staff.
right?
Matt Olson gone. You name it. Matt Chapman gone. This one gone. This one gone. Everybody that gets good in Oakland, they get rid of, and the fans they've had it. So they're boycotting the games.
Except for 2,000 of them who continue to just keep
They
plugging
didn't
along.
get the memo.
They're probably handing those tickets out, bro. There's probably
I would be
tickets.
behind this move, by the way. Athletics move to Vegas. I would totally be behind that. They have to. Everybody wants to get out of Oakland. Fine. Get them a new stadium right next to the T-Mobile Arena, and you got yourself a baseball team in Vegas.
And there's probably a little bit of crossover between A's fans and Raider fans because they both played in Oakland prior.
I'm calling it right now. If there's a team in Vegas, they're going to be called the Vegas Gamblers, right?
No,
they would still be the A's.
No
It'll
way.
be like the A's.
It's not a franchise
Oh,
swap.
there you go. The Aces, so they can keep the A's right there.
They're going to be the fucking Vegas A's.
The Vegas Athletics.
They're not going to. I don't think so. The Aces.
What? Why call them the Oakland Athletics? Is there more athletic?
The
to say than Oakland?
Athletics have been in baseball in some city since the dawn of time. So I can't imagine that they're going to get rid
But
of
they're
that.
going
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's not gonna
Oakland's
get rid
going to
of the
get a
A's.
team again. You don't
No.
think Oakland's never going to get a
No,
team
they'll
again?
never get a team again. They don't
It's
want to put
it's not Baltimore.
Bro, they're still playing
Cleveland, rather.
They're still playing in the stadium that the Raiders gave up on like 2 decades ago.
But
They're the A's stadium
The
is
A's,
so bad.
yeah, but the Oakland has.
Is that the one that they literally had the fucking baseball field in the middle? Or off to the side? It's the same Coliseum, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
But I'm just saying that they've won World Series, multiple World Series. So it's just like they're just not going to let them go away.
Yeah, but they haven't
since,
won a
like-
World Series
in the
yeah,
since
it's
70s.
wow.
I understand that.
Been a
But it's
while.
still.
It's been
No,
a
they're
very
gonna
long
go.
time.
They're definitely gonna go.
Anyway.
You want to know why? Because the government
talk-
in California doesn't want to subsidize the stadium, and I don't blame them.
Because everybody in California is
regard.
bitch made.
I
That's
don't
why.
blame them. I
That's
don't blame
true.
them in that regard that they don't want to subsidize the stadium because there's more pressing issues. But
Yeah,
without
like
getting into
Hollywood.
what California's got going on right now, there's
According to Bailey, he said when Cano was in Seattle, he was huge here.
I mean, yeah. What else are you gonna market?
yeah, but then he got
it's not the
suspended,
'94
But
fucking
then he got
team,
suspended for
and then he was usually
PEDs,
gone,
and then he got
and
he
usually
got
missed.
traded, so.
Oh boy. Anyway, I heard Oakland ownership already started negotiating with the stadium for the right to the right off the strip. So maybe it's a thing. And look, I think that would be a great spot for baseball. They already have football now. They got hockey now. More than likely in the coming years, you'll have a fucking basketball team there. It's gonna happen. So anyway, Cano is washed according to Ibby catching up. Yes, I guess I agree. I mean, look, if the Mets are trying to put the best product on the field, yes, Cano does not belong. But again, unceremoniously, career might have just ended, and like you'll never hear from him again. So that's why I guess I have my little soft spot.
So what do you feel about Buck
Showalter
Showalter getting suspended 30 minutes before first pitch yesterday?
Bullshit.
Unbelievable. First of all, he's dead right in why he's doing what he's doing. Nobody else got suspended for throwing at Mets players for 20 games in a row. Buck Showalter, maybe he took it a step too far, but a game suspension for a manager, that's so, to me, it's like there's no proof that he even ordered it. Could be just a player.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, you can't penalize.
Not a fan of
you
that.
can't penalize the guy that leads your team because one player decided or two players decided to do something. You can't do that. And it's just, that's hokey. That's a shitty thing by baseball to put Buck on the bench, literally and figuratively, for a game. That doesn't make any sense. On the shelf, right? Anyway,
right,
so that's our baseball.
Mets. Moving
off the Mets. Yesterday, as I'm driving, well, actually, I think I was here. Yeah, we were still here right before our Fight Factory. DeAndre Hopkins decided to, kind of go against the rules, and he's going to be suspended for 6 games. There will be no appeal, meaning he's openly admitted to doing this. However, his statement contradicts that by saying, "Oh, I don't know what happened. This is not like me. This is out of my This was all bullshit." Hopkins, it's so funny. People assume this, and there's a couple people on Twitter that I follow that literally said this. As soon as he was suspended, they said, "Okay, within the next 2 hours, you're going to get a statement saying I didn't know."
Well,
it's such garbage.
It does
man.
happen, and being kind of familiar with these types of situations where the UFC has USADA as a governing body, and they kind of police the whole drug situation with the UFC. The NFL doesn't really have USADA, so I'm not sure we're going to get the, especially with no appeal. I don't think you're going to get the bottom of it, and
find out exactly what it was.
Maybe they might release something if the NFL decides to do it, but usually what he's going to do is just, I'm not going to make any noise. Look, let the people kind of draw their own conclusion. I'm going to say what I say, and it'll hopefully go away. By week 7, nobody's going to give a shit. He's going to be a solid draft pick in fantasy.
Yeah, and the Cardinals are going to be 2-5.
Maybe, but Kyler plays well in the first half. Last year, if he would have been
not
there,
without this guy, and don't tell me Hollywood Brown is a substitute.
He played 10 games last year, 42 passes, 572 yards, but he had 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, he didn't have the best season.
I'm not saying he's going to be a joke, but I'm just going to say this is going to hurt him. And in that division, shit.
Yeah,
that division, bro,
true.
you're going to struggle right off the rip.
Gun to my head, I don't think DeAndre Hopkins was injecting testosterone into himself illegally.
Well, testosterone's not illegal.
I think what he was doing was he was taking a shitty supplement or maybe some type of testosterone. And when you do these things, like the NFL is constantly updating their list of banned substances. If you don't stay on top of it, you could get fucked.
Well, I heard that on the way home, and it's like, is this ignorance on the part of Hopkins? Like you are a member of the Arizona Cardinals. They have a facility. They have team doctors, right? So all these team doctors get those memos when they do update the things. They get them, and then they probably forward them over to the team saying, okay, by the way, you can no longer take this fat burner because now there's a banned substance, right? So Hopkins, if he goes to the team doctors, then he would never get in trouble.
Yeah, but Hopkins,
he definitely went on his own.
They're not with the team. And in the offseason, they're not.
You're still a member of the team.
I
understand.
Go to
do whatever you want.
But when you're not going to work, if you're not at work and you get an email from work, there's no, sometimes I'm just not checking that shit. So not to say that this is what's happening, but there isn't the checks and balances in place with the player and the organization unless there's something significant. But they're not like what supplement.
But here's another factor with a guy like Hopkins. Okay, remember, He missed what 7 games last year,
Yeah.
right? So has a past of
Yeah,
injuries,
exactly.
steroids and growth hormone and testosterone and all that shit that you could possibly put into your body. That helps you. That
That's
helps you
true.
recover. So
I've said this. The reason
I
why most
think
people
it
use
should be
steroids
legal.
is because of recovery.
I think it should be
That's what
legal
it
across the
does.
board. And like, look, I'm not asking you guys to be all like fucking rage-filled lunatics that want to rip everybody's head off. It is football, and I know it's gotten a little softer over the years, but like, let this shit be legal across the board for the longevity of these guys. Just so you guys are aware,
See,
testosterone and growth hormone help with brain injuries.
No, it does.
Brain
You're right,
injuries.
yeah,
And they're
100%.
talking about concussion and safety protocols. Let this shit be fine across the
but
board.
you know what it does also do is it turns like someone that's like 6'3", 245 and running a 4.5 turns him into 6'3", 240, but faster and hits harder and just a machine. So you could argue that maybe it does help brain injuries, but that's for the select few people that decide to take it with brain injuries. I don't know if they're going to universally let everybody take
They're
it.
not. It'll
It's
never
just
be a
never
thing.
gonna happen
I
in
just
a
think it
violent
should
sport
be.
like that.
Do
People
you-
will be getting killed.
Do you think?
Baseball juice.
Rondell Moore season.
Do you think they knew about this before the trade for
Yes.
Marquise Brown?
Absolutely, they knew.
Oh, you think so?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Oh, so
Hmm.
that makes things a little bit more shiesty
does.
if
No, it
you're asking
doesn't.
me.
What?
Like, why add a receiver, Cardinals? Oh, because Hopkins is about to get suspended.
For
But,
6
like, why-
games.
It could just be like, well, we might want to cut him. This guy that's not shiesty at all. That's up to the league.
If
to
they
decide.
knew before it was reported, they need to come out and get in front of this thing.
They did. They made a trade for a receiver.
I figured they did that because they let their golden boy Christian Kirk sign for $1 billion in Jacksonville.
And they knew Hopkins was getting suspended.
Oh my God. Oh, anyway, around the NFL, sticking around the NFL, so that sucks for him. Hugh Jackson, his tanking claims, they got shut the fuck down real quick. The NFL totally said, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
this is bullshit. Sorry.
Wait, by the NFL, you mean Roger Goodell?
Roger Goodell, yeah, and not the NFL.
No, but my point is they control every narrative. I don't never.
Did you-
I'm not sure I ever believed Hugh Jackson, but I definitely don't believe the NFL now.
Did you hear that Goodell is being asked to be the arbitrator in the Flores lawsuit?
Yeah, that's my
What
point.
the
That's what
fuck
I'm
are we
saying.
doing?
So it's like,
How is that
are they
even-
going to come out and be like, Roger Goodell's going to be like, oh no, this is how the headline will read: Arbiter decides that NFL is not complicit in whatever the fuck is going on. with
Arbiter,
Brian Flores.
i.e., also
Roger
AKA
Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
i.e.
How do
the
you let
NFL.
him arbitrate this? This is insanity. He literally. Oh, the NFL
Brian
is.
Flores is guilty. Wait, he wasn't. He's not the one being brought up on charge. Oh shit! How
Right.
do we go about this now? Because they have no clue. They have no clue what the fuck.
Zero.
Who decides
clue.
that?
Who
Roger
decides what?
Goodell.
Roger
Goodell.
Goodell is the judge, jury, and executioner.
No, but like he was like, all right, well, I'll just be the arbitrator.
Yeah,
Like,
he's like fucking.
I don't know who appointed it or how it got appointed, but it got
You know who
passed.
does? You know who decides things like this?
Roger Goodell.
The NFL owners and Roger Goodell. So it's like
Roger Goodell was probably like, I'm going to be the arbitrator. Let's put this to a vote.
He's also
Who
getting
gets the vote?
He's
Roger
also
Goodell.
getting paid $5 million to do it. I don't. I made that part up.
Yeah, but
Oh,
no, but
but
it's probably not made up.
Probably is
Yeah, you're right.
by Stephen Ross.
Oh
of
boy,
course.
commissioners
Stephen
are basically
Ross,
the
Stephen
Supreme
Ross
Court.
is, right?
Stephen Ross,
Yeah,
lights the menorah. No, that's
Dolphins?
David Lee
he's
Roth.
Dolphins owner.
Dolphins
So
owner,
he's
yeah.
paying
Oh my
Roger
God.
Goodell $5 million extra on top of the $60 million he makes.
Make this go away, Roger.
Yeah.
yeah, you
Make
better
this
pay
go
him.
away.
You better pay him to win and not lose, though.
right, right. Holy hell.
Wow,
Anyway,
man,
staying with
that's
the NFL real quick. There was a signing yesterday, a significant one. The Honey Badger, my guy, Tyrann Mathieu, signs a
Back in the bayou.
3-year, $33 million deal with the New Orleans Saints. This obviously makes the team a lot better on defense, according to sources called Craig Karsh. He thinks the Saints have the best secondary in football, which, calm down. But again, this is great
It's not even
for
as
the
good as the
Saints. I
Packers.
think it's a great move. And again, and is one more time proving to the world that the salary cap is not real.
Why? Why did nobody want him?
It's not a want. It's a $33 million investment. So if a team's up against it and actually they're actually taking the salary cap serious, like the i.e. Dallas Cowboys, who decided, fuck it, we'll just not do anything. They're up against it, so they can't afford a guy like him. The Saints said, we're going to turn salary cap off in our game, and we're just going to play. And they brought in a game changer. I think this guy is still a game changer
I
to
think
this
so,
day.
too.
Of course, yeah, he's a ball hawk. He's a little undersized. and I
18
think-
million guarantee was the
I think
guarantee.
as he
so that's
loses a step
huge.
here or there, it might start to affect him a little bit. I'm not sure that he'll be worth this
When you're a
contract in
safety,
the
though,
third
when you're
year.
a safety, bro,
Undersized safety.
you could be put in a situation where you can succeed. You
I
know
would
what I'm
take,
saying?
I would take him in a heartbeat on the Packers over both of our safeties, and I'm a very big Adrian Amos fan. He's clearly a better player.
Same.
But
I love J-Rod Curse. I love Malik Hooker.
I don't know.
I like this guy a
get
lot
some
more.
good production out of the safeties we got.
He's still a game changer. There's going to be plenty of lofted balls in that division where it just sails and he comes down with it because that's what he does.
He gets guys to play for him too.
And he's
guys,
also motivated.
He's an
Yeah.
LSU
He wants guys to play.
He's an LSU alum, so the New Orleans fans are going to love him down there because
how long before Beckham
his
goes?
name, they don't even have to do anything dumb like they do with all the players on their team, and they change the name on the back of the jersey. So if like it's Josh Lambo, it'll be like spelled like Lambeau Field because with an X at the end. You know, they do that.
Oh, like,
why do
like
they
Go
do
Tigers is like
it'll be like
G-U-E-A-U-X
Tigers.
X.
That's like some
I
French
never
bullshit.
understood something like
is that what it is? I never even tried to pronounce it.
Every time I ever saw
You
something
ever
like
see like the Joe Burrow jersey? It's Burreaux.
Oh, so it just means Burrow?
it's just me.
It's like Lemieux, Burrow. You know, that's
I thought it
Lemieux
was
is
like
actually spelled Lemieux.
Burrow-dex.
What? I'm saying Lemieux is spelled. That's his last name.
It is. I know. I'm just trying to
Anyway.
give you like how to enunciate. It's the same.
It's just dumb, is what it is. Like Go Tigers. Like okay.
I mean, if I was from, first of all, Dave, if you were from Louisiana and you were an LSU fan and a Saints fan, you would already have been making 12 posts spelled out Gageaux.
This guy acts as if I'm active on social media or something. You're out of your mind.
Not wrong either.
Yo, to be honest, wait till you see the new sport we discovered yesterday.
Oh yeah, bro.
And you're gonna.
Well, it's
I'm
funny.
gonna-
The
probably
golf
gonna be
guys
really
are coming
good
in.
at
The
it.
golf club is coming in later on today to record their
It's so
first
funny
show.
because we talked about wanting to play it the other day, and it's not lacrosse, but it's a game
lacrosse
like lacrosse.
golf. Like you're flinging it now. You're not driving
bro.
it.
It's crazy. It's like a.
You get to hit people.
I don't know.
It's golf.
What the fuck are we talking
What? No,
about?
wait, Burger. Yeah, wait. He's gonna want to play so bad.
Oh, he's gonna see the commercial and be like, "We're doing this."
We got excited.
We're like, we're gonna talk to
Not
the
only
golf
that,
guys and we're gonna
I'm
do this.
Most likely going to dominate it.
That's what we said. As soon as we saw, we're like, we can't tell him because
Like, wow, this really fits my skill set. What's that? Running really fast for about 9 seconds and throwing up. That's my skill set these days.
Oh. By the way, Scoop coming in. Who's hosting the golf podcast? The golf club guys.
Yeah, this isn't a PGA Tour golf podcast. This is
their own. I spit everywhere.
All right, so two things are happening right here.
Scoop got me to laugh and break me on that one.
One, it's not a golf podcast talking about.
It's a show.
It's a show for these guys to do like privately. They're using the studio, and we'll talk more about what the exact show is going to be called. I don't know. I don't know
what it's going to be called, but it's not
like
on our
that.
network. It's going to be on theirs. We're just kind of like the hub for it. But they are going to do some work with us. They are going to use some of our sponsors. We're going to use some of theirs. It's going to be a nice little partnership, which they had their first week already, and they played on Sunday. And apparently, Jay did poorly. So, he'll probably vent about that a little bit. All right. So before we get into the NBA, ladies and gents, Chris.
Yeah.
Gotta ask you, man. This is big because it's coming up on 40. You gotta wonder about these things. Are you worried that you'll run out of money before retirement?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a big thing. How are you also worried about how you're going to pay for long-term care if you need it? Like you said this morning that everything hurts. How are you going to pay for that?
I don't think I'm going to need long-term care because I'm not sure he's going to make it long-term. So
stop worrying, Chris, and start planning. With Michael Fusco, ladies and gentlemen. The Fusco Agency is here. Insurance, retirement, wealth planning. They do it all, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Fusco can help you. As president of the Fusco Insurance Agency, Michael can work with you to create a comprehensive retirement plan. He'll explore using life insurance and annuities to help you build a more secure future, Gooch, so you can worry less now, okay? Call 718-701-5787 to schedule your complimentary consultation. That's 718-701-5787. That's 718 number. It's it just reeks of New York. It's Staten Island. Guarantees and protections are subject to the claims paying ability of the issuing company. Some insurance policies are not available in all states. And while you're doing that, while you're securing your future, be sure to protect yourself and keep your members clean, right, Gooch?
yeah, dude, you got to make sure that
Yeah,
when you say your
dude.
members,
Like
you got to. We're talking about your booty
Manscaped.
crack and your asshole.
There it is.
Here we go. So, attention, listeners, attention, boys. Are you ready to be blown away? Question mark. Woo, 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 woo. Gotta do
Fire
it.
emoji.
All right, so you guys asked for it, and they listen. Our friends over at Manscaped just relaunched the Ultra Smooth package. That's right, it's back, baby. Your new favorite tool and complement to the Lawnmower 4.0 to keep your boys smooth while looking and feeling their best. This specialized groin shaving kit is to help you buff, protect, and shave your most sensitive areas. Full disclosure, I did not expect this to be used on my face, on my balls, so I used it on my face yesterday. And
How do you feel?
I feel great. My hair grew back.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Clearly, I didn't use it on my face. That was a lie. I forgot that I was on camera. So I plan to use it on my face
Well,
as
that's
soon as
good.
this show is over.
Okay.
My asshole is already trimmed because I used the Lawnmower 4.0.
Ah,
so
yes.
I don't have to use that on my booty crack. All right. So the legends to introduce you to the electric ball hair trimmer are bringing back their razor so we can be set and trimmed front to back. You no longer need to borrow your lady's razor for that precise trim. I don't know about you, but if I put my lady's razor anywhere near my grundle, that thing would it would ball up into a fucking ball of metal. Like, what are we
Feel
talking
already,
about?
bro.
I do.
Just when you said
I'm
it.
starting to get a little
All right.
Oof.
So if you go over to
Getting a little queasy here.
manscaped.com and you use the promo code CHOPSPORTS, you get 20% off, free shipping
There's
worldwide.
literally instructions on the screen right now how to use the Ultra Smooth package, by the way. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
just
Get in the shower,
scrub it,
lube it up,
lube it up.
and it's
This is
showtime.
showtime. This is talking like I don't know where we're going with this shower, but that's not what I do in the shower.
You
I
told me
you
about your
man
showers.
showers. So raise your hand, man.
Wait,
if
what?
Wait, no, check this out. Go
This
get
is
him
gonna
back
be
on
full
screen.
Disclosure. So I saw a meme the other day and I related to it really well. Where it was, Ashley's gonna be so mad at me. 2 strikes today. I'm wearing a hoodie on TV and I'm describing how I shower.
You're not allowed to wear a hoodie on TV?
She says it looks unprofessional. She's right.
What?
This one at least. But anyway, Dave,
Wait.
let me get to my shower routine. So does anyone else just wash their hair, face, balls, and ass?
It's called a man
A
shower.
man shower, right? The water does the rest. How many days a week do you wash? Because Dave asked me, he's like, you ever seen it when you like wash your back? I said, the fuck, you wash your back? How do you wash your back?
I mean, for me, it's hard to reach.
And now I
because
want
I'm
to see
so
everybody.
jacked.
I want to see everybody in the
Just kidding.
comments start talking shit like, bro, you're just no, motherfucker. You're also disgusting. We're all disgusting. Rob's looking at me like side-eyed,
here's my because I'm listen.
We're about to get his shower
you gotta
routine.
remember,
Thank you very much for
you
this
gotta remember
conversation.
this. Rob is institutionalized. Okay, so no, I'm not trying to be funny. Rob's gonna break this down. Rob has, literally been the ad sag where you sit in a room 24 days, 24 hours. I mean, you only get out 1 hour a day to take a shower, and it's every other day.
Mm.
So
You only get a shower every other day?
every other day when
You
you're an
animals.
ad when you're an ad sag, like when you get in trouble, you're only allowed to shower every other day.
Okay.
So it's sometimes it's 6 doors. So it's you and your bunkie and then 6 other rooms. So that's 6 times 2, whatever, 12 people.
Mhm.
And it's only you, one
It's
person
bad.
at a time. So how much hot water do you think that lasts? And there's 180 people in there and there's 5 floors. You're only in the shower for like 40 seconds and it's freezing cold, bro. So
Rob's like, I haven't even washed my
I
ass.
ain't going to jail.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
a
no,
quick,
that
quick
sucks.
shower. Hit your smart parts. Let the soap
Hit your
clean the
smart
rest.
parts.
It
I
is.
like that.
Listen, if
I
your
like
girl
that.
wants a butt crack snack, right?
Oh, my Lanta. Okay.
Let that little, let
little
that
butt crack
Voss
snack.
5, what is it, a Voss 5, that cheap shampoo? We
Yeah.
can't afford that
No,
good
bro.
stuff over here.
Honestly, I use
It's VO5.
I'm poor,
VO5.
Dave. You see what I mean? We use Voss 5 at my house.
totally renamed the fuck.
Boss 5. Well, I only use Head and Shoulders.
Holy
I use Head and
shit.
Shoulders on my hair, face.
Oh.
Head and Shoulders 2-in-1 on my hair, face, ass, balls, and armpits.
Jimmy Palumbo coming in butt crack snack day here at Shea.
Yeah, bro. Got to serve up that butt crack snack. So once again,
Holy
manscaped.com, promo code CHOPSPORTS, 20% off.
Bang.
I do want to talk about one other sponsor that we have here, new to the Jimmy Palumbo show. And we had a conversation yesterday. He was on the Jimmy Palumbo show, and this is the cornholelevel.com.
Talking about assholes and cornholes.
Cornholes and assholes aplenty here on the Chop Sports Daily. So yes,
Perfect.
we are having a Chop Sports barbecue on June 26th at Merrill Park in Island/Colonia/Woodbridge. And we have acquired a new sponsor for the event / the Jimmy Palumbo show. And it is, like I said, the cornholelevel.com. It is exactly what you think it is. It's a little device, which I don't have one here, but he is sending one over. And it basically levels out the cornhole.
Oh, you were telling me about that.
That is pretty
So-
dope.
Yeah.
It's $20, but if you use the promo code JP Show, and maybe we could get our own promo code over here at the Chop Sports Daily.
Mhm.
But if you use the promo code JP Show, you get 20% off your entire order, not just one. So you could order 20 and give them out to all your cornholios.
I'm just Bailey came in. If you're a prison bike, he wants a biker accident. Don't get into those details, please.
Bro,
Anyway,
you got that Voss 5 gleam going
Voss
on.
5.
Right?
Little
It
buck,
acts as- it
little
acts
buck
as
crack
a-
snack.
It acts as the
all right. Anyway, so that's a great product, and I'm excited to
so
see
you
that.
go over how you acquire these is you go on to the cornholelevel.com website and just type in, like I said,
I
the
literally
promo
just
code
looked it
shop.
up today. Pretty awesome thing. Because how many times, and
Colonia
then-
guy too.
all you dudes out there that play cornhole in the summer, spring, whatever, how many times do you like find yourself like doing the 12-inch walk and like, how can we measure this out? Like, oh, we gotta, it's not regulation. This thing actually does it all for you. It's great. I love it. It's so cool.
Looking forward to the
definitely.
Chop Sports BQ so we could actually see these things in action. I would imagine they work pretty standard. It looks like a little protractor. with a
I
little
just want
ball
to
in it.
beat Gooch in cornhole.
Well, good luck.
Kyle said they're gonna do their own podcast here for golf, and here's the name right here.
It'll be called The Links by Sauce and Sidekick. I like it. Why not? Just
They
adding
act-
shows
they-
left
they
and right,
absolutely
subtracting shows left
They've
and
been
right.
feuding since the dawn of time. So if we could get Kyle and Scoop on a podcast together on the network, that would be ideal.
We're just reuniting all these people, or uniting all these, not even reuniting. Anyway, I also want to talk to you guys real quick. SteveAspara.com. Be sure to check him out as well. Oh, we got a caller here. This is
Bring him in.
interesting. Yeah, you know what? Let's bring him in here.
Come
yeah,
on
what
in,
the hell,
buddy. How you
Isaiah?
doing?
Oh, well, hold on 1 second, buddy. Hold on
You
one
fix the-
second.
Fix the camera.
We'll
Now
fix
you're
you
good.
here. You're good, brother. What's going on, bro?
Good.
First time watching the show or what?
I'm back in the podcast. I am so happy.
All right, buddy.
That's
Got any
awesome,
questions?
dude.
But we
You got any
appreciate
questions
you.
for us, buddy?
Yes. Are you a fan of baseball?
Yeah,
course.
bro.
Yeah, I'm a fan of baseball too. When
Who's
I
your
play-
squad?
I play-
Who's your favorite team, bro? Who's your favorite team?
New York Yankees.
That
Oh,
boys.
right.
There you go.
I guess
Got a
the
bunch of
thumbnail
Yankees
worked.
fans over here, man. We appreciate you watching, bro. You got to spread the word, man. Tell your friends about us, all right?
Yes.
Have a good day.
Also, make sure
Bye.
you go on, subscribe to the
Take care,
Chop
buddy.
Sports and like the video. Appreciate you, bud.
Nice, dude. We got
Hey,
followers all over the
hey,
place.
What's
I didn't
going
get
on?
his-
We got a new Yankee
What was
fan
his
in the
name?
building.
Isaiah,
Isaiah,
yes.
man. Shout out to Isaiah for watching the show. Anyway, so whatchamacallit? So we want to talk to you. SteveAspara.com, web services. You want to launch your website? That's the guy to go to. New York, New Jersey web based services. Also, Mother's Day this Sunday. Why do I
Yes,
keep
it is
doing
this
this? So it's
Sunday.
this Sunday. If you order today, I don't want to guarantee anything, but if you order today using the promo code CHOP10, whatchamacallit, the promo code CHOP10, you might get your products. You might get your products. What is everything okay? God damn it, bro. Just like, hold yourself together. Damn it. Anyway, SageBoutique.com. Use promo code CHOP10 for 10% off. They're already doing a clearance sale. So check out their Instagram, their website, all that stuff. Go check them out. They got great items for all you ladies out there. All right, let's move on to the NBA. The playoffs actually came and
Anybody
went.
see Luka doing his little ISO dance yesterday?
We'll talk about Luka in a second. First, we're going to talk about Adebayo's 24 points against the 76ers as the 76ers drop game one, 106-92. I'm going to say right now, Harden with 16 points. He went 5 for 13 from the field. Listen, Harden's going to, especially with Embiid
What, did
out.
he have 16 points?
16
Yes.
and 9, yeah.
Right. With Embiid out. I don't know how long this is going to be or whatever.
He's going to try and play game 3. Embiid.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
That's
yeah.
what he's targeting.
I'm going to
Good
tell you
luck.
right now, if Harden doesn't drop 30 plus, maybe 35 plus in game 2, Embiid's coming back down 2-0. Like, because it's not close.
Yeah, there's no.
This team
like
is
I said,
not
bro, James Harden
equipped
looked
without
so
him.
disinterested yesterday. Once he realized that
Right.
he wasn't going to get open looks ever throughout the game, then he kind of stopped
Dude,
playing.
Ben Adebayo did whatever he wanted without Embiid in there.
The
much.
Sixers have no identity right now. Tobias Harris is their big, I guess you could call him, but he doesn't play down low at all. The Sixers made a nice little run down the third quarter. I think they might even taken a lead at some point, but in the fourth quarter, Spo got his boys cooking again, and Miami is just too good in the second half of games, and specifically down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Every time I've watched this team play, the team defense they just elevate their game in the fourth, and specifically with 6 minutes to go. Rob, you're sitting here shaking your head because it just looks like you kind of know what I've been saying is the truth all along, and that Spoelstra is the best coach in the NBA.
Look at the opportunities he's getting. No Embiid, no Lonzo Ball. No, they're just gonna skate to the finals, these guys?
You got to take advantage of the
I
situation.
hear you, absolutely you do. Just getting LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh and still losing 2 finals.
You're taking advantage of,
and then going all the way
what it is
to the finals in the bubble year as the 8th seed.
The bubble year is a weird year, according to Doc Rivers.
It was a bubble. It was a weird year.
And Doc Rivers loses this game. He knew going in that it was going to be a test and a tough task at hand. And now without Embiid, forget it.
They shot 6 from 34.
You know what
from
you
3.
sound like right now?
That's
You know what you
crazy.
sound like right now when
Horrible.
you're trying to like discount Spoelstra's accolades? You sound like me talking shit about Tom Brady. Where you're like you're trying to grasp at straws to find
You just
certain things.
compare Tom Brady.
No, I compared me to you.
Shush!
Right? I compared me to
Can I
you
get
in
the
terms
Funko
of
Pop?
like you really don't have anything that you can say that is like goes against Spoelstra being
He's
one
not
of
the best coach in the
league.
NBA. Is
Just
my
like
problem.
I don't really have anything to say against Spoelstra.
Yeah, turn
Brady
the
being
money
the
in the
coach.
bank contract a little bit. There you go. The contract's in there.
It's a gem of a find by Rob today at 7-Eleven for $8. It was a
$7.
Otis Money in the Bank Funko.
Dave didn't care about my my Spoelstra and Tom Brady analogy. I guess we got this fat fucking pro wrestler.
One more
instead.
time with that take. I got to hear it.
All right, so yes.
No, I want to hear it.
He loves
I know. Listen, he's been going to bat for Spoelstra for
So
as
look,
long as we've been
my
doing this
point
show.
being is when I say, Rob, what's your reason besides the fact that he has an easy route to the finals this year, which it's not easy anyway. The Sixers still will get Embiid.
Okay, good.
So like the only thing you could say is like, oh, they had all those players, whereas like, or they got this row with no Lonzo Ball, as if Lonzo Ball has been on the Bulls since All-Star.
No, I was just,
you don't really have anything to say other than, oh, well, the Sixers are without their guys, but it doesn't matter. Like they're beating the shit out of teams. It wasn't like it was a close game.
No,
They
this
beat
wasn't
up on
close.
them. The defense, it's like when you get this modern day version of an NBA player to play defense for 4 quarters the way Spoelstra does, to me, I think that's
The only time, and like I said, I've been saying this the whole time that we've talked about Spoelstra, which has been for a year now, is that he had it made when it was the super team. That's when I say like, oh, he was skating.
then that's how.
But to keep the Miami Heat as relevant as they've been since then, you got to give it to him.
And-
You absolutely have
and
to give it to
in
him.
my opinion, one of the smartest basketball minds, if not the smartest
That's like-
basketball mind over the past 25 to 30 years,
And you know what?
handpicked him to be the guy
This
in
is-
Miami.
This
and
is
that's
very
Pat Riley.
This is very reminiscent of like the times that you say like, oh, we won the game, but I wish we beat him at full strength. Like, no, you won the game. You take advantage of winning the game. So I don't care who's hurt. If he wins the game, he wins the game. Spoelstra gets the credit. The Heat are 1-0, and they're more than likely, without Embiid, they're going to be up 2-0. It's not going to be close unless Harden has one of these games where it's just out of control good,
No, but he's
which
not.
I don't foresee it happening.
But here's the thing: they're rotating guys on him. It's like just a nightmare. It's a
Yeah.
nightmare for a guy
And
like
they-
Harden who
it's
gets
difficult.
who's lazy as it is. He doesn't work hard without the ball in his hands. So with a guy like Harden, he's very ball dominant. They're just putting guys on him.
Right.
The Heat only shot like 43% from the field though, so they didn't even like have a good game.
Well, look,
It's
when
still, like,
you barely
you know
broke
what I mean?
100, so
Yeah.
so
No,
none,
it's-
none of these teams are offensively good
Yeah.
last night. Speaking of offensively good, though, a big high scoring game, 121-114. The Suns go up 1-0. Listen, very disappointed, and I said this. I believe I said this last year. I forget what game it was. Somebody went off. I forget who it was, but to see Luka drop 45 and lose is awful to me. Like that is such a defeating, like just it's gross. I don't like it. And Jason Kidd went on record and said, we need more people to join the party.
I didn't
And like you
that.
can't rely on what?
I didn't like him saying that
Why?
because these guys played their asses off without Luka the whole time, and just won a series pretty much without Luka.
I mean, they won
And
that
you
series
can't,
with Luka.
and they can't. They, not really. Only played 2 games.
I mean, specifically speaking about that one game, he's not wrong. I mean,
Yes.
I got to hear what he said to his players in the locker room. I mean, when you're up there talking like that, I don't think that anybody.
That's
I
emotion
don't think
too.
there's
I'm not
any
going
player
to
on the
fault you
team
for it.
that played in that game yesterday that's looking at Jason Kidd like, "What are you talking about, bro? I had 6 and 9." You know what I mean? Like, you guys sucked yesterday.
Right. No,
You
all
didn't
he's
get it
saying is,
done.
look, like
You
Luka
didn't
did
play
everything
defense.
in his power to get this game and to win game 1, and it wasn't enough, and it sucks. Ayton goes for 25, Booker for 23. But yeah, man, it's just the Suns are
The
too
Suns
deep
have a
of
lot
a
of ways
team.
to beat you.
Yes, they're too deep of a team for one guy in Luka
They
to
can
take
shoot,
this over.
They're good in
Luka's gonna have to
transition,
drop
They're good
fucking.
in the half court game. They play good defense.
He's gonna have to drop 50 for them to win. Like, look, if he would have dropped 50 here, they still would have lost by 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to think about it like that, but that's the truth. NBA playoffs resume tonight. We got the Boston Celtics going into game 2 against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are obviously they're the dogs here. I guess because this game is in Boston. That's a big spread for a team that just lost game 1. What are we like? Where did the bookies come up with that
They're
shit?
desperate.
Somebody not
And
playing?
Yeah, that's
Well, Middleton's
Kyle maybe.
out.
Yeah, but that was his
Still,
first
but-
game too. Oh, was the Celtics? I think the Celtics were favored in game 1.
They were. They're home. The Celtics should be favored.
Well, they're
in
the
this
2
game.
seed.
There's
yeah.
no doubt
The
about
Celtics
it.
are
They're
2 seed, yeah.
game 1. Put it behind us. That has nothing to do with it. You expect the Celtics are going to play much better defensively against the Bucks this time around, but you saw that Giannis and Kevin Durant are 2 different people, because I don't know if anybody saw the video of Jason Tatum trying to check Giannis down low. Just can't do it. He's getting bullied bad. I'm talking about looking like Shaq on Rick Barry, or who's the guy that he threw the ball at? The Bull, Chris Dudley.
That was the Laker at the time, wasn't it?
Either way, he was
Okay.
the Bulls player. Brad Miller. I don't know. He beat up every.
It was
center in
Dudley,
the
I
league
think.
at the time.
Oh, it was a Nick. Chris Dudley was a Nick.
Yes, he was Chris Dudley.
Yeah.
Yes, and then he
That's
beat up
right, he
Chris
fucking
Dudley.
And then he beat
Yeah.
up Brad Miller
It
when he was
Nick.
on the Bulls. So I got the 2 Shaq incidents mixed up. But yeah, Giannis isn't KD. They're like you try and guard them the same. You just simply can't, because KD will settle for those jumpers. Giannis is just bullying you to the basket. And he does have a mid-range game a little bit. So if you decide to play back off of him, he can make you pay. He's not hitting threes, but he doesn't even need to do that. He could be like, give me space. I'm just going to take that space. And as soon as we get level, I'm going to just body you into the basket.
Giannis plays like I wish LeBron would play. Like, I'm down low, I'm scoring. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, not only that, it's like, I'm not down low. I'm going to get down low. I'm just
That's
gonna
what I
back you
mean. Yeah,
down.
that and LeBron could do that. I
But
think every
LeBron
time
can't do
down.
it the way Giannis can.
No,
Because
Giannis is an animal.
Giannis is 7'1".
It's crazy.
I think he's like 7'4" when he plays. I think he grows 3 inches when he gets the ball.
Bro, but
It's
he's so like cut and like you're like, wow,
He's
this
a
guy's
beast. He's an
specimen,
absolute
bro.
monster. And
Giannis
that's
is so hot.
He is though. He is.
Is that where we're going with this?
where we're going, man. Giannis, call us. So anyway,
Hey.
The Greek freak, baby.
He's gonna win
Whoa.
this game too. I think I would take that 4.5 and run to the bank with that one. I like the Bucks to win this one. You like the Bucks too, or
I like the Bucks. I don't know. I think the Celtics are going to even the series here.
I
think
haven't
it's
really
gonna be a very
I
good
haven't
series.
bet in a while, so I don't know. If I, should
I
get
just
back
don't
into
see
it.
the Bucks going into Boston and taking 2 on the road. I just don't see it. The way the Celtics are playing, we're going to see. They got a really good coach over in Boston too. He left the game mid 4th quarter and didn't return to the bench apparently. So he probably had some harsh
Brad
words to
Stevens
say.
left too.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
No, you said that Brad Stevens isn't the coach anymore. It's
Oh,
what's his name?
so
Ike.
wait, why did I see that headline?
Because Brad Stevens was in the press box or
Well,
whatever.
no, like the way the headline read was, maybe it didn't. I'm just dumb.
Do you know what's crazy is the coach? You know the
Bailey
coach,
from-
right? What I don't know his name, but guess who he's married to?
Who?
Neil Long. Do you know who Neil Long is? How do you
Neil?
not- No, Neil Long.
Nia?
Neil Long.
Oh,
You,
I thought you were talking about Neil
you
Young.
know J.
Like,
Cole.
like,
Neil
22,
Young?
fucking
Didn't he just take his
His
catalog
stuff.
off Spotify because of Joe Rogan? Neil Young? That's what I thought you were talking about. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
You don't know who Neil Long is?
I do.
Oh, I'm because
are you saying Neil or
Nia.
Nia? Are you saying Pam or Pam? Now you just sound stupid. Oh my god. Anyway, so moving on. Let's move on to the last game of the night going down tonight. My guy, Ja Morant. Let's get it done, bro. We need this. We need this. And I say we, I mean, I'm pulling for the Memphis Grizzlies in the whole entire thing now. The Golden State Warriors favored by 2.5. Kyle Kurz. Oh, I used to love Nia Long. I guess I got to Google her. I don't even know who the hell this is. But anyway, so look, Memphis can't go down 2-0. I feel like this is a very, very must win at home, much like you just compared it to, the Milwaukee Bucks going into Boston and taking 2. Memphis has to have this one tonight in order for this to be a series, because when you want to play catch up against a team like the Warriors, I just don't see that. I don't see the ability to do that. I don't see any hope. And I like I said, I love Ja Morant. I love Ja Morant in this game. You're getting 2.5 at home. If I'm a gambler in desperation mode, you're getting 2.5. I'm taking Memphis here.
Just take the over. I don't know, man. Like when we're talking about a 227.5 line, it's just so many baskets are going to be scored in this game. It's a crapshoot with the line being that small because they're going to, there's going to be lead changes in this game. You might see double-digit lead changes by each team,
right?
Because there's just going to be a ton of points scored. This is a fun series because you got Draymond recording podcasts as soon as the thing ends. You got Steph, bro. I don't know if you watched that play, but Steph did clamp Ja down on that final. He blocked him twice on the same drive. Like he
Steph don't play defense. Stop it.
But playoffs,
baby.
in a situation, he locked down one of the best scorers in the game in a 1-point game.
Who was just dancing like 3 minutes before, dancing like all over the place. I'm not either, but you lost. But you lost, and you didn't hit the last one shot. And you were they were away, right? Or were the Warriors home?
They're home.
No, Memphis is home twice.
Listen,
and there was no Draymond for the second quarter on, so
he was doing a podcast.
He was doing a podcast.
That's hilarious, though.
And he was.
Do you think he recorded from like the locker room?
Probably. They have a studio there.
No, he didn't record.
You think he left?
It was after. Yeah, it was after because I got the notification saying Draymond is recording his podcast now, and it was like I guess he did it. Made a post saying like I'm in the studio about to record.
I'm very surprised that more players don't do this.
Well, it's starting.
Like I'm pretty sure. I think Richard Sherman is frequent. He does his podcast with I believe Collinsworth. I want to say, but like he was actively playing and he's still doing a podcast.
They want them doing that now. That NFL
wants
them
to do that. Why the fuck?
Yes and no. It depends who you are, but.
If you're a me brand guy,
it's better for the players because typically all the players love Twitter because they get to say what they want to say without anyone being able to twist their words a little bit. Now it gets some of these guys into hot trouble, but now the podcast is not 160 characters. You could say whatever the fuck you want. You could talk about whatever you want. You get on good guests. So it's like we can't get Draymond on the podcast because he does one.
We can get Draymond. Let's try to get Draymond.
That's true. A lot of guys who does their own podcast.
Enough with the Elon Musk tweets. Go tweet at Draymond for the rest of your life.
Well, I'm going to shoot out Elon too. We could do it to everybody. Every single person in the world, bro.
I watched the Elon Musk thing.
It's pretty good.
What Elon Musk thing?
On Netflix?
The space, Return to Space.
Yeah.
It's good?
Yeah, it's good.
There's the Marilyn Monroe one that just dropped last night. It's really good.
Happy birthday.
Bro,
she was killed.
She was, it's crazy, bro.
She was what?
She was killed.
100%. She was killed. Bro,
wait, what is the real story? Well, what's the story?
She
committed suicide?
Yeah.
OD'd or committed suicide?
Not suicide.
Okay. So you think she was killed off?
Bro, she was with both Kennedys, Rob and John F. K. Not just John F. K. She was with the Attorney General too.
They're brothers, right?
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Now the Eskimo brothers.
Now they're Eskimo brothers as
well.
well.
Oh God. Oh God. All right. Well, that should just about wrap things up today. For the Chop Sports Daily, we got basketball tonight. We got the Yankees back in action against the Blue Jays. We got the Rangers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go Rangers. LGR. It is time to get ourselves a motherfucking Stanley Cup. Let's get it done. I'm done waiting. It's been since 1994. I'm tired of talking about it. I feel like a Cowboys fan. I am a Cowboys fan. I feel like none of my teams have done anything in my lifetime except for the Yankees in 2009. But yeah, it's time. It's time for the Rangers to buckle down. They're a young team. I feel like they can run with these guys. Cry baby Crosby, you little bitch made. You're done too. Let's go Rangers. Get it done. For Sturch and Gooch, and of course, Wrestling Rob. You can find Wrestling Rob on Twitter now, by the way. What's your Twitter thing?
Wrestling Rob, maybe.
There it is.
I'll let
maybe
you know
he
tomorrow.
doesn't know. Go find him on Twitter. He's a very highly entertaining follow. He's a Twitter mogul all of a sudden. All right. Anyway, let's get out of here. Tomorrow, hump day. Let's talk more sports. Let's chop it up. Share the show. Let everybody know all about Chop Sports.
End on a quack conspiracy theory.
Perfect. That's what we do here.